Major Slack Videos.
But yeah, the name is Slack. Thanks for coming back. Let's walk through some more Cyberpunk 2077. Alright, we are about to create our armor. Just to recap what's going on here, we are at the end of the multi-build power start. Everybody should have, should be at least at level 16, have 14 attribute points and 23 perk points. In case you don't know what's going on here, we went all the way through Act 1 and a little bit of Act 2 and didn't spend any of our attribute points except one, and we saved up all our perk points. The whole point of this is to create a save game where we can go back to and use that to create all different kinds of builds, hence the multi-build power start. And the whole point of that is because the game only offers you one way of respecking stuff, and that is, I think it's called the Tabulosa shard, which you could buy for 100,000 eddies. Unfortunately, that will only give you back all your perk points. It does not give you back all your attribute points. I don't know if that's an oversight by the game developers or they just wanted it like that, but it's essentially useless because your perk points are very closely connected to your attribute points, as you know, and I won't go into explaining that. I'm sure that you all understand the game basics by now. So you are all at least at level 16. You have 14 attribute points, 23 perk points, and about 200,000 eddies. All right, everybody on the same page. You also have the bully mod, which we just got. There it is, plus 30% crit damage, and I'm assuming that everybody has a nice fine collection of legendary armor, which we just went on an armor run, and you got 25 legendary armor. And in this armor, I'm hoping that you found at least one Fortuna mod, which will give you plus 15% critical chance. I found it 3 times, so I'm assuming that it's fairly easy to find. I found it here in this, the dual layer polyamide rocker vest. There it is right there, the Fortuna mod. I also found it again in this armored media Ocuset with camera. This, I was lucky enough to find the bully mod and the Fortuna mod on the same piece, right? And I finally found it again on these pants. So I'm assuming, and I'm not that lucky, so I'm assuming that everybody found at least one Fortuna mod on one of these legendary pieces. All right, checking out my notes here. We're gonna create multiple builds. Start off. Yeah, okay. So basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna create armor for multiple builds, and the whole point of doing this now is to save time, because this involves some tedious crafting which you don't want to have to do again. Now you have 2 choices. You can create armor for all your builds, or you can create armor just for your tech weapons builds. And the difference is, I'll get to that in a minute, but what we're going to do right now is you're going to start off by equipping all your best legendary armor with the maximum number of slots. All these pieces here, head, face, pants, and boots, have a maximum of 3 slots. The torso items have a maximum of 4 slots. I did not have the patience to farm torso items with 4 slots. I just went with 3 slots, so I'm going to do this tutorial based on the fact that all your armor has a maximum of 3 slots. All right, and this is the maximum I can do with the headgear, because I can't wear this yet. We'll have to put that on later. This is the best I could do for my outer torso for now. I'm gonna have to wait till level 18 to put these on. Eyepiece, this outperforms that, so we're gonna put that on. Okay, these holo tinted badge goggles. By the way, the Fortuna mod, if you have it on more than one piece, it doesn't stack, so don't bother trying to put it, like, have the Fortuna mod on several different pieces. Only one is going to count. Okay, and if you have 2 of them equipped, make sure that you unequip everything and then equip only one, otherwise it won't show. Like, for example, right here in my stats, you see it's not showing because I have multiple critical chance mods installed. So I'm gonna have to, like, uninstall everything, unequip everything, and then put on the one that I want to put on, which was the outer torso, if I recall correctly. This one right here. That's the one. Okay, and go back to your character stats. I'll explain about this. Now it's showing up. Yeah. There you go. I'll explain about that when we get into the builds. Okay, so let me just equip the best legendary gear I can muster up. This, nope. Let's go for this one because it's 26 armor. Okay, it has 3 slots. This would be 77, 10, or 8. Obviously this one, 77. This one only has 2 slots, but because of the glitch where you have, I explained this in a previous video, if you find a legendary piece that has 2 slots on it, typically torsos, I don't think it works with other pieces, but if it has 2 pre-filled slots, if you add a mod, it creates a 3rd slot. Don't ask me why, but it's the way it is. Pants. My best pants are 33, 33, 13, 42. So this is obviously the winner. Put those on. And boots would be 33, 9, or 38. These are the best. There you go. So everybody's got their best gear that they can muster up with the most mod slots. Alright, now at this point, what you want to do is you want to find your Fortuna mod slot, wherever it is. For me, it's this guy, and you want to load up the second slot with the bully mod. Okay, so you have both your Fortuna mod and the bully mod on the same piece. So I'm going to do that right now. There we go, bully mod. Now, like I said, this is going to create a 3rd slot magically. It's a glitch. There we go. So now we got three slots on this one. And I have a video on that. Check the playlist. Alright, so now we have, going by my particular setup, we have 6 armor pieces. And if you have like a maximum of 3 slots on every one, you're going to have 18 free mod slots. If you were patient enough to farm 4 mod slots on the torso items, you're going to have 20 mod slots. Okay, but let's just go with 18 to avoid confusion. Okay, now 18 mod slots. This one has the Fortuna mod and the bully mod that takes up 2 mod slots. Leave the 3rd mod slot empty for another mod as yet unnamed. I'll get to that before the end of the video. So that's 18 mod slots minus 3. That leaves 15 mod slots available for the armadillo mod, which is how you boost up your armor a lot. You're going to fill up all these remaining mod slots with the armadillo mod. And if you're following the multi-build power start, you should have the the armadillo crafting spec available. It's easy to find. There it is right there. All right, now the way it works with all these mod crafting specs is normally you would need the perk related to the quality of the item that you want to create. For example, to create rare items, you need the True Craftsman perk. To create epic items, you need the epic or the Grease Monkey perk. To create legendary items, you need the Edge Runner Artisan perk. However, with mods, it doesn't work like that. You don't need these perks. All you need to be is at a certain skill, or certain rather character level, in order to create certain qualities of mods. Okay, I'm not sure exactly what the level is for rares. I don't think anybody's ever done any testing on that. I googled all over the place. I couldn't find anybody who's done some testing on that. But at level 16, we can definitely create rares. As for epics, people have done some testing on that. You have to be at least level 31, according to one YouTuber. Another one says that you have to be at least at level 33. And still others are claiming that they're at level 35 and they still can't create epics no matter how hard they try. But let's just assume that somewhere around early level 30s, okay, level 31 to 33, you can start creating epic. That's out of our range, or out of our reach right now. What we're going to go for is rares, okay? We're going to create a whole bunch of rare armadillo mods. Now, the way it works is just because you reach a certain character level doesn't mean you automatically start creating rares. It's actually a percentage, okay? And I did some extensive testing on. Okay, I created 500 armadillo mods with varying testing conditions, and here are my results. Okay, with tech ability at 12, Okay, this actually made a difference. I found out. Right now my tech ability is only at 5 because we haven't spent any attribute points yet, and I'm assuming yours is at the same. But with tech ability at 12 and the true craftsman perk, because I thought at the point that might make a difference, but it doesn't, and the grease monkey perk, once again I thought that make a bit difference, but it doesn't. I crafted 250 armadillo mods, and I got, are you ready for this? 250 armadillo mods, and I got 18 rare. That's it. Yeah. That's 7.2% rare. So yeah, that's what you're looking at. That's like I said, you're in for some tedious crafting if you want the very best armadillo mods. All right, and that will give you 59 extra armor for each armadillo mod you add. That's quite a bit of armor. In a lot of circumstances, that's going to be more armor than the piece that you're actually putting the mod in. And if you multiply that times 3, that's 180 armor you're actually adding to each armor piece. That's a lot. So like I said, this is the best way to increase your armor. Right now, I repeated the experiment with tech ability at 12 and the true craftsman perk, but no grease monkey perk. Okay, just the true craftsman perk. Once again, even that doesn't make a difference. Okay, I repeated the experiment. I crafted 100 armadillo, and this time I got 8 rare. So that's pretty close to the previous stats. 7.2% rare, 8% rare. Then I decided, I wonder if tech ability actually makes a difference. So I repeated the experiment again, okay, this time with tech ability at 5, and I got the true craftsman perk, but once again I've discovered that doesn't make a difference. You don't even need that. Repeated the experiment at tech ability 5, and this time I crafted, the point was to try to get 18 rare armadillo in order to fill all my mod slots, okay, and this time it took me 350 armadillo mods in order to get 19 rare. All right, and that is a percentage of 5.4%. As you can see, it's a big difference. Okay, previously I was getting around 7.2 to 8%. Now it's only 5.4%. So now I'm convinced, even though this is not documented at all, and even though it says that in the database that it's actually your engineering skill that affects your crafting ability. I'll show you that right now. Right here. This is really misleading. Especially this right here. Crafting and upgrading can be performed at vendors. You'll need an item's crafting spec and the necessary crafting specs. Common here, right here. Common and uncommon items can be crafted from the start of the game. To craft rare items, you'll need the true craftsman perk. That's just simply not true. That's only true for certain items. For mods, you don't need it. And they don't explain that, unfortunately. Here, crafted items will usually be of better quality than those. Okay, it's not mentioned here, but somewhere it's mentioned that the engineering skill affects the rarity of crafted items. I'm sure that's true, but I've discovered that the technical ability, the higher technical ability, the more likely or the bigger percentage of higher quality items you're going to be able to create, as you can see with my experiments. So we want to, all that just to say that we want to create 18 rare armadillo mods. All right, now depending on your patience, you can go one of two ways. You can commit to a tech weapons build and pump up your technical ability to 12 in order to craft epic items for the weapons you're going to create, but at the same time, because you pumped up your technical ability, you'll have a higher chance of crafting more rare armadillo mods. Or you could just go with technical ability at 5, right, and just start pumping out a whole bunch of armadillo mods, and your chances of creating a rare guard are going to be a lot less. But in the end, you're going to have an armor that's ready for multiple different kinds of builds because you didn't commit to the technical ability, if you get my meaning. You see what I mean? So those are your choices. I'm, for this experiment, going to commit to the technical ability, okay, and just get technical ability up to 12 in preparation of creating 1, a Comrade's Hammer build, and 2, a Widowmaker build, and possibly a Quasar build, which I'm still working on. Right now, I'm not seeing anything that measures up to a Comrade's Hammer build or a Widowmaker build, but possibly a Quasar build, but I'm still working on that. Okay, but those both will require crafting to be at least, or rather technical ability to be at least at level 12 in order to craft Epic for the Comrade's Hammer, and for the Widowmaker probably take it up to Legendary, right? So basically that's committing to a tech weapons build. At this point, you'll have a much higher chance of creating rare armadillo mods. Alright, now I have a save all ready to go, because I'm not going to bore you with crafting like hundreds upon hundreds of armadillo mods. I've already done the work, and I'm just going to jump ahead to that save. Okay, I'm back, and to start off with, everybody has all their best gear on, and they created enough rare armadillo mods to fill up all these spare slots in their best gear. Alright, and just to show you what my stats are now, right now my armor is 494. We can put this up well over 1,000 just by adding all these rare armadillo mods to the spare slots in our gear. Let's start doing that. Oh yeah, one more thing. After you've created a crap ton of armadillo mods, a lot of them are going to be like uncommons and commons, which you can't use, or don't want to use. You're going to be disassembling them because they aren't worth a damn. They're only worth about 30 or 40 bucks. And any piece, anything that is worth less than 200 bucks, you should disassemble, because it's worth more in components than it is worth for the money you get back for it. Because like, trust me, actually the break point is about 250 bucks. But I would say anything less than 200 bucks, disassemble it. Don't sell it. It's worth more in components, right? So because you're going to be breaking down a metric ton of armadillo mods that you can't use, you should definitely get this perk here, Mechanic, in order to get more components back for disassembling those. All right. So now let's just start filling up our spare mod slots, armor mod slots with armadillo mods. This one can only have 1 slot in it because we're waiting for to get to level 18 in order to equip the legendary piece there. So I'm gonna have to wait. But for you, your mileage may vary. This piece here is my piece dedicated to the Fortuna mod and the Bully mod, and the 3rd mod slot is saved for a mod as yet unnamed. We'll get to that before the end of the video. Here, the eye piece has 3 spare mod slots. Let's load it up with rare armadillo mods. Done and done. Next, the inner torso has a couple of armadillo mods already, but they're only common. Let's replace them with rares. There we go, load it up with rares, and so on and so forth. Let's go down to the pants, load them up with rares. That one already had a common, or uncommon rather. And as you can see, we're destroying the previously installed mod. That's just the way it goes when you add a new mod. There you go. So you can take a quick look at all your armor, and you're looking at the little dots there that indicate how many mod slots you have on each one, and you're looking to have blues in all of them, with the exception of one piece which has your 2 legendaries, Fortuna and the Bully mods, and a spare slot. Alright, once you've done all that, you can check out your stats, and we now have 1,333 armor. That's a huge boost, as you can see. Now, 2 more things. As we're out taking care of business, taking on jobs, you're going to be attacked by netrunners constantly. And netrunners are most likely to be blasting you with overheat. I've probably seen this. You've probably seen this many times. It's a real pain in the ass. Netrunner starts attacking you. When his attack is complete, all of a sudden your health is going down very rapidly. That's because you're being hit by overheat, right? You can protect yourself against that with the Cool It Immunity to Burn mod. Two choices you can do, okay? Two choices. One choice is you can install that mod. Okay, we're going to put that in the third slot here. This mod will cost you, if I recall correctly, about 50,000 bucks. Okay, that's one choice. Another choice is if you're creating a build where you have high body, you're going to have body at least at 12. You can get a cyberware that does the exact same thing. And that costs, I believe, 13,000 bucks. I'm going to show you that before the end of the video. So those are your choices. If you are creating a build that has body at least at 12, you can go that route. It'll cost you a lot less and it'll save you a mod slot. If not, you're going to have to go for the Cool It mod, which you could put in any mod slot. You don't have like any special requirements. It's just going to cost you a lot more money. I'm going to go for that with this build. This build I'm committing to a tech weapons build. So I'm going to take technical ability up to 12. We'll cover that when we start doing the tech weapons builds. But for now, I'm going to show you where you can get the Cool It mod. Pretty much guaranteed. It is at a clothing store. Let me just go out here. Okay, filtered down to service points, so you just have service points showing. And if you zoom out here, there's Watson. Okay, there's City Center, and here's Haywood. In Haywood, on the east, or the west side rather, right on the waterfront, see a whole bunch of services here, gun shop, and a clothing shop. This clothing shop almost always has the Cool It mod. Okay, so that's where we're gonna go and buy it. You may have a fast travel point closer, but I'm assuming that you don't. Let's just work at the lowest common denominator. Everybody has the Arasaka Tower fast travel point activated as soon as you enter Act 2. So let's go there, and we'll drive from there. Okay, we're gonna have to get down to street level, call up a car, and go for a little drive. Alright, this is my vehicle. Okay, we're going to take that on-ramp there, up ahead, on the right. Coming through here. Coming through. Yeehaw. That's right. Snowplow the mother... Slow plow the... Blah, blah. Slow plow the motherfucker. Bad case of Mr. Mumble this morning. Okay, so this is a nice easy drive there. Let's just drive on down there. And he threads the needle. Whee! Okay, right down to the waterfront. We're going to hang a left at the end here. Need to park right here. And we're good. You can just hop over this rail here, and the clothing shop is right there.
I like your style. I think I'll buy.
And let's see if we got lucky this time. Don't buy this, whatever you do. It's glitchy. This is fantastic, eh? It's like, I hope they fix this. She doesn't usually have this. I'm going to show you where you can get this guaranteed, but unfortunately it doesn't work. That's like the Fortuna mod and the Bully mod in one mod, which would save you a mod slot. So it looks like she doesn't have it. We didn't get lucky. This is unusual. In case this happens to you, all you have to do is just step outside, wait 24 hours, and try again. Let's just do this a couple times. See if it works. Okay, so go to skip time. Here, 24. And B is gonna have
Shit, not good.
a relic attack. Okay, shake it off, E. Shake it off. It's okay, shake it off. Come on, you can do this. Attaboy. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. And let's try again. She has even less mods this time. Okay, the game absolutely refused to cooperate with me, so I had to load up a save where I already had it. I don't know why it's just like I tried 6 times and I couldn't get it. This is very unusual. A lot of times I come there and I find it right away. But anyways, so I just loaded up that save, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to load. This is assuming that you're going with any kind of build that doesn't have high body. Alright? This is your only choice for immunity to burn. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that because this is a build, or this is an armor set which I'm dedicating to tech weapons. And load that up with, here it is, that's what it looks like. The Cool It mod grants immunity to burn. And that will cost you, I have the exact number here, it will cost you 53,528 bucks. But it's worth it. Now, I should mention that if you're in a position where you're having to reload the game, or rather wait 24 hours repeatedly over and over again in order to find the Cool It mod at Stylishly, you should also at the same time check this weapons shop for the pacifier mod, which is a lot easier to find. Not the pacifier mod, but rather the pacifier crafting spec. It'll be at the bottom here, and it's a crafting spec. Nope. Looks like she doesn't have it. There's an actual mod, but you don't want that. You want the crafting spec.
What do you
She doesn't
want?
have it. Let me just try reloading again. I already have it in this particular save, but just for demonstrational purposes, I wonder if she'll have it for sale again, even though I just bought it off her.
Ah, shit!
There it is. Okay, that's what you're looking for. Cost you 2,500 bucks. The pacifier crafting spec, which will allow you to craft mods. The pacifier mod, which will give you crit damage. There we go. Increases crit damage by 6%. And you can get up to 10% if I recall correctly. That's just the uncommon or common version. A rare will be up to 10%. Alright? So, there we go. That's it. Oh, one more thing. So once you got that, you got the Cool It mod if you're going in that route. And you got the pacifier crafting spec. Let's just go down here, discover the fast travel location. Show you where I'm headed. I'm headed in a south by southeast direction to this fast travel here. Palms View Plaza. You may not have discovered this, but it's right here. There it is. And from here, we're going downtown to Kabuki Market. All the way downtown Watson. Have to find that little circle there. Right there. Kabuki Market. Now we're going for immunity to shock. This is guaranteed. You won't have to really reload the game or save or wait like 24 hours or anything. The guy always has it. It's a cyberware. Okay, here at Kabuki Market. Turn to your right. Looking for that walkway there. That overhead walkway. And you're looking for the opening here just past the walkway. This is Kabuki Market. Jump in here. All the way to the end to visit Dr. Chrome. Dr. Chrome always has... It will be I didn't bother looking this up on how to pronounce it. I don't even know if it's a real word. So, hey, you pronunciation Nazis, well... Here's a big opportunity to troll the Slackster. I'm going to go with integumentary system. That's where you're looking for it. And it's going to be called grounding plating. And we have, I don't believe this has any, it might. Well, if you have technical ability below like around, if you have like around 5, let me know if you can't buy this, but the requirement levels are pretty low. All right, and we're gonna buy this to have immunity to shock. Whoops, I accidentally replaced my 200 armor there. That's another one we got previously. That was way back in the multi-build power state. This here, this subdermal armor. Let's just throw that back on. Okay, so now you have grounding plating and the subdermal armor. So there you go. So now we're immune to shock and immune to burn, which is very useful, especially when you go into these high level areas. So there's your basic armor build. Armor at 1333. Also, by the way, let me just show you that these other options that you have. He also has, as you can see here, immunity to the bleeding, but this you need 12 body. Immunity to burn, once again you need 12 body. But it's a lot cheaper. It's only 12,000 bucks. Thought it was 13, but it's 12,000. And here, this is a really neat one. Heat converter. Requires 14 cool, so this would be perfect for a stealth build, but when affected by burn, instead of receiving damage from it, you deal 10% more damage. 25,000 bucks, but you need once again 14 cool. So those are your options with regards to immunities. That's it. So that's your basic build, depending on what route you went. You either have an armor starter build for all kinds of builds, or you have an armor starter build for tech weapons builds. All right, we're done here. So coming up next, we'll start with Comrade's Hammer. This is the most ridiculously overpowered build in the game, in my opinion, that you can create at level 16. You'll just be absolutely astonished what you can do with this. Yeah, and I'll show you all about that next video. All right, so thanks a lot for watching, and if you thought this was remotely entertaining and or informative, you know what to do. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, stuff like that there. Stay safe, people. Wear a mask, social distance and stuff like that, and I'll see you next time for some more Cyberpunk 2077. Hey guys, real walkthroughs like these are an endangered species here on YouTube. For a complete lowdown on the YouTube video game walkthrough scene, check out my Patreon page, and please consider making a donation to yours truly, Major Slack, to help keep real walkthroughs alive on YouTube. You can donate as little as $1. That's $1, that's all. That's all it takes, alright? Thanks a lot, really appreciate it.